All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Good morning. Sister Deborah is bringing you an awesome message this morning. And this message is going to cover really what is actually happening among the household, the children, and the mother, I would say. But the world would try to use the children, the children and the parents. But just listening to the Holy Spirit being an awesome teacher. See, this is the same problem that is actually taking place today, that which took place yesterday. And I'm so grateful that Yah had already spilled out all the prophecies in which cause it the spiritual women, the spiritual grandparents, and the spiritual mothers can have a full understanding regarding what is actually taking place. Now, I had an understanding, I think like about 8 years, was about 8 years ago, when I was wondering why these young women, and they were mothers, they were in this thing with sage. They were burning sage. They were purchasing candles. They were seeking all kind of outside darkness to bring them some type of peace. But I want to say to you all, peace is not peace. Peace that passes all understanding is what you call the legit peace that really gives you the proper peace that you need. This peace in which these young adults are seeking and desiring, they're not going to find it. And what do they find instead? They find darkness. So I just started off by telling you all about how they got involved in a lot of this candles, sage, energy, vibes, boundaries. This is all darkness, you guys. This is swinging darkness at its highest. So when they developed this thing that they felt they could use as a weapon, they begin to apply it in a way that it's going to backfire. But it's going to backfire 3 times worse than the way they have portrayed it to be something that it is not. They have used these things. They have played in darkness, which they had no idea that was what they were doing. But yes, they were. They were trying to find this peace that didn't pass all understanding. They wanted this peace in this world. And instead, they got more darkness on top of darkness and on top of darkness. And as I was speaking to the Most High Yah before I got on here, I was like, Father, but if these young adults, if they have formed in their own generation, they way of thinking that they're going to gain peace in the way that they have created in their own dark world, this is why no one can tell them anything. And I sit back and I watch people talk about how we have lost generation. And then we said parents didn't leave the children anything. They didn't teach the children. You know what? Let me tell you something. When I think about the Most High, the Creator, and how he created the whole world. The whole world. Do you all understand the whole world is against him? Do y'all understand that? So if this creator created the whole world, and let's just use human. He created all human, but all humans are against him. You see what I'm saying? I know that's too hard for you all to believe. But it's facts that all human flesh is against the creator who created it. You see? So where these young adults or adults, period, are getting all these things that making them think it's supposed to empower them in some way of making righteous decisions, giving them time to think of this, or they need this to, it's all it is they trying to gain dark power. That's what it is, y'all. And they're not going to find it. Okay. They're going to find dark power, but it's only going to work on dark side. That means evil and wicked. Okay. It's not going to pull over in the light. It's just only going to be dark. I'm talking to somebody out there. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody out there, because it's a sad thing how we as individuals think that we're going to rule this world in darkness and call it light. You see, we're not seeing that our children and parents are playing in a lot of darkness, a whole lot. And what I also realize is that now watch this here, had not the Most High left his prophecies surrounding his word, even I would be lost. You see, that's one thing I noticed. He left so many prophecies that covers his word. And that was to say, if anybody is practicing darkness and think that they looking and seeking peace, the peace that passes all understanding is not lost. So what are you looking for? Huh? What are you looking for? They looking on these websites because people don't believe, like Sister Deborah used to always say, this is the devil's platform. All of them are Satan's dark platform. And everybody seems to think that these platforms gives them a truth, gives them insight, tells the truth. Everything somebody is on here doing and saying, and it's just so much deception on all these platforms. It's just off the chain. And I said to the Father, I said, they don't know if they going or coming. They just all going in a circle. Chasing. Have you ever seen a dog chasing his tail? Just going in circles, just chasing his tail. Well, that's how humans are today. They're just chasing their tail around in circle, thinking and hoping they're going to stop long enough to get a bright thought that comes in, and it's not, because they chasing a lot of darkness. Now they got a lot of people who are saying that they are therapists. And if you need somebody to talk to about issues in your living, and these people are fake as fake can be. But what does these young adults, I ain't going to even say yet just the young adults, but the adult children are taking to a lot of these sick things that they feel that going to complete their comfort in the darkness in which they are applying to their lives. And in that process of applying all this darkness to your living, you bringing it into your household, you're entertaining it, you bringing it into your household, into your unborn child, into your children that are living. You open the door and you said, come on, darkness, come on in to the room. And that's exactly what you're saying and exactly what you're doing, to where when it's done, you on antidepressant medicine and you are out of whack with reality, because you have ushered all these dark entities into your home. All this candle burning, all this sage burning, all this energy, talking all the time, energy, good vibes. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Do you need to go there? Do you all understand in the beginning things for that one man? There was good and there was evil. So why today people exclude evil? You see how much evil wicked get away with? That's why the world is in the condition it's in. Because everybody finds they just reason of why things are happening outside of calling it what it is, wicked and evil. And this is what they're using. So I'm like saying, these young adults have no idea that they can make it feel good, make it look good, make it sound good, and they can even think it to the highest level of thought that all is well, because they came up with all these ways to usher darkness into their living. And it's easy to usher that darkness in. But guess what? You might not ever be able to get it out. That's the sad part about it. And they have no idea. When that darkness come in and you talking about energy and I want to be around positive vibe, positive energy. I want to be I want to set my boundaries. I want to burn candles and burn sage. Let me tell y'all, to bring in good energy. Satan, you're practicing darkness, black magic, sorcery, witchcraft, and have no idea. None of this stuff is going to bring you any type of peace. If you ain't got the peace of Yah present in your thought pattern and the desire of your thoughts, you just messed up from the floor playing the game of all these young teenagers. And this is why, not teenagers, young adults and older adults, they doing the same thing. Everybody's really getting a kick out of this stuff about battling with their parents. Do you really believe that you got any chance after this old living, even with your children? He told you your days will be shortened. He's mean what he says, and he says what he means. But what did they say? We don't believe that. We just building our own generation of thought pattern and how we feel. What I learned, and I did learn this, is they off the total protocol of Yah when they first step over the boundaries of disrespecting their parents. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are, but I'm talking to somebody. You still ain't going nowhere outside of where you at. Disrespecting, dishonoring your parents and thinking you can set your boundaries. That's the darkness that taught you a word called boundaries, and your ignorance have no idea of the very same boundaries he got your stupid tail setting for your parents. Guess what? What about him? Have you set a boundaries for darkness, evil, and wicked? You mean you ain't set no boundaries for that? Man, you ain't about a boundary. Hey, the first boundary ever should have been on him. Setting your boundaries that he cannot enter your space. You see how sick they are? I don't care how old you are. When you can find a level of wicked and evil to crank up this word called boundaries, you got some sick stuff from the inside out. Now this ain't, and when Sister Deborah say from the inside out, that means you already sold over. So ain't no help for you on the outside, because you sold over from your spirit. Let's go to something here. I want to go to Hosea. And I had to ask the Most High. I said, wait a minute, hold up, Father. They setting all of this against your word. They have not even thought to even study words from the KJV. They stepping beyond this KJV. They stepping into the word to counteract it and say, we ain't gonna do nothing. We got boundaries set even for you. See, they even got boundaries set for the Most High Yah. because they didn't know that the boundaries they were setting shouldn't have been nothing. It shouldn't have never been said out of their mouth outside against Satan. Set your boundaries for darkness. Set your boundaries for wicked. Set your boundaries for evil. This is how slow they are, even in their flesh realm when they think they're smart. You see, they don't even know how to set a boundary, because the first boundary should have been demonic demons, the wicked, the evil, black, dark, all this evil stuff. Oh no. But they decided to set a boundary toward the one that the Father said is a powerful part of him command in you to honor and respect your parents. So what did they do? In this day and time, we're going to set our boundaries. You ain't got no boundaries, because your only boundaries you should have set was against Satan. You see how sick they are? You see how he didn't won them over? He did not only win them over, he knew he was coming after just not your adult children, but their grandchildren and their great-great-grandchildren. They done messed the generation up, and then you all out there ain't got a rat's behind mindset. It's like a rat's behind, because you can't seem to figure it out. These are all the young adults have broke all of the creator protocol. And ain't nobody. I hear these mothers hoo-hooing and boo-hooing and talking about what they adult children has done and how they got their grandbabies against them and how they haven't seen their grandbabies nor their children. Let them go. Because they set a boundary against you and toward you. They didn't set it toward Satan, wicked and evil, hateful and stupid, and they didn't set no boundaries on that. They set it between you, the one that the Father said you're supposed to respect and honor. So who are they setting the boundaries? Toward the word of Yah. That's who they setting toward. The what, Deborah? The word of Yah. What was the word of Yah? Thou shalt honor and respect thy parents. We don't honor and respect. We're going to put a boundary. You see the foolishness. And adults, when they begin to get up to a certain age, they play in that. A lot of them plays in that. They like to play in that type of pool. But it just shows you why it's so much chaos. I used to hear this all the time. Did I have to apply it to me? No. But it ain't going to keep me from speaking spirit and truth. What is truth? That rest in righteous, and what is righteous that rest in truth. And that is this. I used to always hear people say, we got a loss, so many lost generations. Our children are gone. There's no hope for our children for tomorrow. Do you all understand? This had nothing to do like until our forefathers did for us to set us in this situation we're in. Guess what? This has nothing to do with our children, because the information was left to let us know we were like our forefathers, disobedient, stiff-necked, and rebellious. You are never going to find anywhere in the history of any book on the face of the earth that tells you that there's going to come a generation that the children of that generation going to be lost here, because this generation didn't give them. You ain't going to find it, because it's all a lie. Y'all gave us something that was very powerful and great. That was truth. Let's go. And just because he said it and want his servant to speak it in the light, the world goes the left side. People won't come the right side in what's righteous. But I'm going to help you out a little bit in your understanding. But it ain't to bring you to the right side. No. You too far gone. gone to come stepping in anywhere on the right side that represent righteous. You too far gone. Okay. So when I go to Hosea, in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, in the book of Hosea, chapter 4, I was reading this. Listen to this. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Destroyed in knowledge. They lack in the knowledge, so they are destroyed because they lack in the knowledge. Do y'all know what time is that? It's letting us know now. It didn't have nothing to do with parents raising you and didn't buy you what you want, didn't give you what you want. Mama was on drugs, daddy was alcoholic, mama didn't take care of you, she didn't buy you this, she didn't feed, she didn't have enough food there, she didn't have a job, and daddy never seen you, didn't care, still today don't care, and you're grown. Go do something for yourself, do something positive. Here, come back, go do that. How about that? Go try to be something and do something and let them hear about it. He'll come back looking for you then. Oh yeah, he'll come back to you. Oh yeah, he'll come back fast. But listen to what he says. He said, Deborah, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So they missing knowledge because they lack it. This is what is happening in this day and time. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to bring this Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6 all the way home to show you exactly why it's like that and worser today. And it says what? Because, so there's a cause of why they are destroyed and they what? They are lacking knowledge. Notice what it says, because they have rejected knowledge. So when you think of generations lost, you better best believe me, they lost because they reject being told anything. They don't want to know what is right and wrong. They don't want to know knowledge. They don't want any of it, y'all. As he said here, so is it here. Now, if they're going to reject the connection to Yah, what do you think they're rejecting today? The same connection to Yah that will pour out them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. They don't want it, people. What is it you all don't get? These children generation is lost because not only were their parents lost and their parents lost and their parents lost, but they are lost because they had an opportunity, because you're telling the father that you didn't offer those opportunities to us, but you offered it to them. That's a lie from the pit of hell. He prophesied what this day would be like. Now listen to what he said. They reject knowledge. So I, as a servant of the Most High Yah, taught from the wilderness level, is here to tell any clown that plays in the circus on these platforms. These children these adult children. I ain't talking about, yep, there's some teenagers as well in this, but these adult children have rejected the knowledge of the Most High Yah. And once you stepped in that turf, ain't nothing gonna pan out right for you today. Oh, they don't get that. They have no idea. Same thing with the fathers. If their fathers have not been in their lives, who else are you gonna put that on? Everything got to be put on mama. Why? She was the scapegoat from the beginning in the garden. But the father want me to tell you that was one of the highest level of deception. Lies that can be implanted in your sick mind because you didn't want to do a spiritual search to find out in the spirit that was a lie, and if it's a lie in the spirit, it's a lie in the flesh. But you didn't want to check out because you wanted to rest in the lie that flesh told you. Okay, so he says here, but Deborah, they reject knowledge, so they think I'm gonna play with them. See, y'all lost. This is the reason why they blaming mama, because they can't blame nobody else. Let me tell you, the adult children first and foremost should always blame self. If mama was this and mama was that and daddy was this, now it's your turn. Make a different from what they were, you be sorry. They ain't gonna do it. Because every failure in their living, they can always turn to that woman that was there even when they were hungry, that was there when they didn't have new shoes or new clothes, or that same woman. They gonna always, no matter what happened in their living, if they go outside, get in their car and have an accident, guess what? They're gonna go back and blame mama. If they go out here and sign up for college and fail their classes, oh, mama. If they go out here and get pregnant and they 20, 30 years old, oh, it's mama's fault. Every failure in their living has to turn to someone that they can blame. And the world got them, the darkness and the wicked and the evil in the world got them thinking that the only one is legit to blame is that woman, just like it was legit to blame in the Garden of Eden to steal what? Her title that Yah created her to have. Dominion and ruler. Side by side with man, she lost it. All because man stole it. And even to this very day, same thing being done. Men are not taking care of their children, ain't visit them, ain't never paid one bill. Water bill, trash bill, electric bill, house note, car note, nothing for them. But it's nothing in them that turns and said, Dad did this. Dad never did this. Know why? This showing you how the protocol of evil always had it in for woman since Genesis. So the children are likened to darkness. They got to do the same thing that wicked and evil did. Got away with stealing woman's identity in Genesis chapter 1 and 2 and 3. They stole her identity. And Yah didn't bust a move. He didn't bust a move. But let me tell you something, he will. I know it. A lot of people say all this time, what move can he bust? It's already been done. You're just too ignorant to understand it. It's going to be brought forth. But before it's brought forth, it already is. Okay? He just letting y'all clown down here to show who you are before you got down here. So when you hear my people perish or destroyed for a lack of knowledge, now you see these people are destroyed. Who fault you going to blame for that? Now, they just make sense. You ain't going to be able to, not to this one. But it's going to make sense to this world. And a lot of these adult children out here that's lying, trying to justify, because every issue in their life they have failed at. Every time they try to go here, they lose out. They're a failure. Everywhere they go, everything they do. Why? Because you disrespect your mother. You broke the protocol from the level of the kingdom. And he already told you when you do that, your day is going to be rough on you. They don't believe it. But they would come down here and have full conversation to justify why they are like they are outside of who they are. Messed up from the floor. Why you say that, Deborah? Because if any time you want to blame a parent, you got to go back deeper than that. You have to go back and say, okay, then if that's the case, when we are judged, is Satan going to be there? Because he's to blame of all kind of wicked and evil and demonic sorcery and all this black magic and this sorcery and witchcraft and Satanism and demons. He's over all that. But is he going to be standing next to us to pay the price? Satan he ain't going to be next to you. Let's take the next step. When you are being judged by the Most High Yah, you think Satan ain't going to be there. He's going to be the cause of why you're doing, not all of it, but he's going to be some cause of your evil, reaching the level it's at. But he ain't going to be there for your judgment. You think mama gonna be there? Oh no, daddy gonna pull up. Ain't never been in your life. You never saw him a day in your life, but he gonna pull up at judgment right there on the side of you, ain't he? He's gonna pull up there and defend you, ain't he? You think mama gonna be there? No. The Father wants you to know he judging you for you. So that tells you what? You all looking like fools blaming somebody who ain't gonna be held accountable for you. Come the kingdom. The kingdom is for the choices you make down here. He's not going to do it, but he's going to be accountable for how you conduct yourself in this dark, evil, sorcery, witchcraft, black magic, and all this mess you call yourself building up because the world told you you entitled to set your boundaries, set your tail down, and try to understand righteousness. Try to understand upright. Try to understand just. Try to understand good. Because when you finish climbing your peaks, guess what? Every word that you mumbled out of your mouth that you thought was your just reason, because you wants to be justified. And he gonna let your tail be justified to that lake of fire. Because all it is that these young adults are doing is showing you their ticket to the lake of fire. That's it. Mama gonna have to stand for judgment. She ain't gonna say her daughter did this and she didn't let me see my grandkids and she said I did and she didn't do. No, he's gonna judge you for you. The mother, he's gonna judge you for you. Likewise, the fathers, the dads. They don't even think, they don't have nothing in them that says they're gonna be judged. That's where their heart is at, y'all. That's deep too. Their heart is, hey, I ain't gonna be judged for nothing. So what? I didn't feed them. So what? I didn't clothe them. So what? I didn't take care of them. So what? I didn't lead them in the way of what is right. So what? I didn't teach them. So what? I didn't raise them. I ain't gonna be judged for it. You see? And these adult children quick to put it on the mama, and daddy ain't even thinking about their tears. They don't have no hard feelings toward daddy. They can't. They got too much toward mama. That too is prophesied. So see, when the kingdom want us to understand how it's going to be on the earth, why do we insist on disrespecting what the kingdom have said? Why do we tend to feel that we ain't gonna say, we ain't gonna be alone, we ain't gonna go with what the kingdom say? We got feelings, we got emotions, we got a life, and don't even understand what a life is. But yet, it shows you the level of how and why generations are destroyed. They're already destroyed. And I can tell you one thing. It has nothing to do with their mom and dad. They was destroyed from the kingdom. Because the kingdom has prophesied everything from heaven's level down to the earth. That's deep. That's deep. That's what you call real deep. That's deeper than deep. So that's actually saying, if you got a daughter, you got two daughters, they up in their 30s and 40s, and they each got two grandbabies. You got a son that's up in his 45, and he got two grandkids. And here you is his mother, and they don't have no respect for you. Because they said you was on drugs. You stayed out all the time. You didn't feed them. You didn't give them no clothes. You didn't give them no hope. You didn't give them that. But they'll never say, where was daddy? Now, the father was who was charged from the kingdom. Train them in the way that they should go. And if they and when they get old, they shall not depart. But what's the training? Train them seeds. Train them sperms in the righteous way. So when they get old, righteous will still be detached to them. is he telling the dream? He's telling these men. Why? Because they are the sperm donor. The children are their sperms. The children are their ways. See how foolish y'all are? You see how foolish, and people would tell you, just leave them alone. Just let them have their boundaries. Sit your dumb tail down. You don't know what boundaries is. Because if you did, you knew and know that if you don't understand boundaries in the proper order, you ain't dealing nothing with darkness and witchcraft, sorcery. Because that's where it's coming from. It supports the darkness in these adult children. So let's get to it. So here in Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6, he says, my people. He called them his people. It's just like a mother might call them, they my children. But what do the kingdom say? But they destroyed, Deborah. Thank you, Father. Yeah, I think they don't understand that. People are too ignorant. They are full of the deception that they are all that and some. And here you is saying, they my people, but they are destroyed. Oh, they my children, but they are going to be destroyed. See, people don't want you to say stuff. They want you to stand over here and shut up and let the darkness reign every corner and say what it wants, do what it wants, and rumble the way it wants. That's why you got lost generations. It had nothing to do with the parents. It had nothing to do with it. And the reason why I can say it is because I know what was, while you running your mouth down here talking about what is. But I know what was. And what was 2 books. Each book has each and every human being that ever exists on the face of this earth. Every human being, no matter how young, newborn, stillborn, all of them are written in the book. No matter how old. Everybody's written in books. Guess what else is in the book? Next to our name. Everything we down here clowning in. If we're doing good, it's in there too. But when you speaking of sin, that's in that flesh. And if you ain't got your flesh under the subjection to the spirit that willing to follow obedience, you messed up totally from the floor. So if he already got these books in the kingdom with your name and everything about your beginning to your end, what the rest behind you think you down here living? What he don't know? Because she got you already written. With your mouth wide open. My mama, my daddy, my mama did this. My mama did this. She did this. She's a narcissist. She's a this. She's all this clowning. And when you finish, you ain't telling this world nothing but what they want to hear. And what is that? Evil and wicked and witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, darkness. That's all this world want to hear. They want to hear it on all these platforms because your stupidity is that low. And I'm talking about old parents too, who run around here and have disrespect their parents from one end to the other. You got yours coming too, because heaven had your tail rolled in and rolled out. So what did that mean? What do that mean? While you clowning on your mother, while you clowning on your parents, guess what? It was already written. You see? But guess what it's at? It's in one book or the other. So you ain't coming down here ruling nothing. So get your sage and burn it. Get your candles. Keep on studying how you can have energy. Black magic. I don't want my energy. I like positive vibes. You stupid fool. You think Satan is a positive vibe? He's looking at y'all adult children and say, y'all some stupid fools. Y'all building up all this darkness and witchcraft and sorcery on my behalf and calling it something righteous. Something you need to have. Boundaries. You're going to set boundaries on your own mother and your father. But then, watch this here. Ain't set no boundaries with Satan, his demon, sorcery, witchcraft, black magic, darkness. Where's the boundary for that? You ain't got no boundaries for that, do you? You see how stupid you look? But see, you never were told. It ain't what mama did. It's what you doing. Because that's what he's going to judge you on. He's not going to judge you on what mama did to you 20, 30 years. He's going to judge you on what you did yourself. See? Ain't nobody told you. Oh, you're so lost. What's your energy? What's your energy? What's your past? You see how foolish they are? The main thing I would say on that I'm saying, and I think I done said it 3 or 4 times, you ain't put no boundaries on Satan, his demons. They're all up in your house. All in every room. All up in your children. Your children. They're all up in there. Why? The Father saying your days going to be short. And then y'all running around here wonder why these young people and these adult children are passing away like great numbers. And these mothers are living and these fathers are living long. But the children are dying all over the place. Make it make sense. My mother is 90, I think 91, something like that. And she already done buried her youngest and her oldest. Come on now, somebody talk to me. You see how foolish y'all are? Why is she living longer than them? You ain't gonna live long because you thinking you disrespect. I ain't saying my brother and sister disrespect my mother. I'm saying that don't think that living, having this breath depends on how long you want to hold on to it. But he already let you know, disrespect your parents and watch your days be short. A lot of the adult children would think, well, in my days, I ain't out here doing this and I ain't out here. Baby, you can't be driving a car and have an accident. You can't be on the plane. And I had a cousin that died on the plane, had a heart attack. She went number 32. Sit y'all tails down and stop acting a fool out here. And half of these mothers ain't got the sense to hear a message like this. Because a lot of it is set them free. Because there's some that are really, really good mothers and have been. I wouldn't have never thought at all that only way my children going to see me is for what I really was with them. All my living I put invested into my children. Do you think they see all that I done? Y'all, if you ever want to read Proverbs 31, even though I know Proverbs 31 is spiritual, guess what? I think I'm the number one on this earth mother that can stand next to Proverbs 31. I did it all like it said. Even when it came down to my husband, he was so proud of it. You see, it doesn't matter how of a good parent you are. Heaven's already wrote you in and wrote you out how it's going to go. And to get this day to be the worstest day that ever exists, he had to get the kids, the adult children, the teenagers to rumble in the chaos because they are full of a lot of chaos toward their own parents. It is written. It is already written in the kingdom that the adult children and the teenagers were going to be what they are today. So it ain't cause somebody didn't leave them anything. It ain't cause of generations is lost because of their parents being in, or it ain't even generations of mothers having children at a young age. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Heaven said, look, just because you know what is, you're lost in the lake of fire because you don't know what was. And that's 100. When you do not know what was, and you only know what is, you are already in the lake of fire and don't know it. Right here on the earth and for eternal. Let's rumble. And he said, my people, I can say, I ain't going to use me. Somebody can say, my children are destroyed due to lack of knowledge. Destroyed mean what? They died. So that's why it fits this conversation. They out here dying like crazy. No knowledge. They just die. Well, that's what he's saying here. The kingdom saying the same thing. He said why? Because they reject knowledge. These kids out here ain't listening. He told the young mothers to don't be false accusers, but to teach the young women. These elderly mothers can't tell these adult children nothing. You can't teach the teenagers. You can't tell these adult children. They're the biggest downfall is the adult children. I don't care how old you are. I could be speaking to somebody 110. I don't give a rat's behind how old you are. The truth is the truth. Okay? And it says, and I will reject thee. See, y'all ain't playing with your tail. Y'all is not playing with your tail. There's some power in this message that I'm speaking. He said, I would reject thee, that thou shall be no priest to me. You ain't gonna be nothing to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of Yah. I will also forget thy children. Pull up, Father. Pull up, Father. Pull up, Father, Yah. He just told you. You reject him, your children gonna be up Mass Creek. So this is what you see. Don't come playing and trying to find all these just reasons of why things are the way it is, and the mama this and the mama. Y'all fools. And women that run around here and feed into that match. Because I actually sit and be watching how the mothers is flipping over to get along with the adult children, especially the daughters. I wouldn't dare flip backwards to get along with my daughters, nor my son. I ain't finna to climb and chase my tail to get along with nan one of them. I don't care. Pull up and talk about you putting a boundary. One thing your tail didn't know, the boundary probably already was set in the kingdom. So sit y'all stupid tails down. Now, I want to go to Isaiah chapter 3. Isaiah chapter 3. I'm not going to be with you long. In the book of Isaiah chapter 3. And this is why I say that y'all sit around here and get along with these children and just to get along with them, you eating that rear end. I'm not the one. And mine's know it. So my boundary is non-tolerant. How about that? That's my boundaries. I'm non-tolerant with nonsense and stupidity. That's my boundary. How about that? Darkness ain't gonna buckle up on me and buckle down on me. Just get your tail on out of my face. That's my boundary. Okay, so Isaiah chapter 3, and let's go to verse 12. And see, y'all sitting around here trying to make things make sense, and guess what? It already got the sense to it, because the heavens already put sense to it. When he prophesied it, when he left it for us to have something to study so we'll understand when the Ruach comes, he's going to come with truth. It's going to come with righteousness. And it's going to set all y'all tails down who running around here talking about, yes, you disrespect your father and your mother, and you're going to pay the penalty too. It's coming. You too. I don't care how old you are. See? People thinking they just, what did he say? They my people, Deborah. But did you see what I said? They destroyed. And not only them, Deborah, their children is destroyed too, Deborah. Now tell them what they got. What do you got to say about that? The kingdom said, not only are you destroyed, your kids destroyed too. So what are you going to say about that? Oh yeah, draw a boundary on that, bad boy. See how ignorant y'all sound? Okay, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12, and it reads, wait a minute. No, I'm in the wrong place. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. Just listen to this. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. And it reads, 3 and verse 12. For the day of Yah of hosts shall be upon everyone. No, that ain't it, is it? That's not it. Oh, here it is right here. It's on this side. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12, it says, as for my people, there he go again, children are your oppressors. People running around here talking about, oh, that's the word, and you ain't never walked in it or out of it. None whatsoever. Because if you did, you'd be knowing more than what y'all know now. Y'all don't know a rat's behind from your own. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. You hear that? Children are their oppressors. Now, tell me, why do the kingdom have to be lying, but y'all got to be the truth? Honestly, they wrote this here in here, but y'all don't know the power of what is being said that come from the kingdom. Oh, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't even get it. Y'all can't even grip the power in what is actually said. That's why it never was preached. Not now time. You can be 80, 90, 100 years old. You can be 60. You can be 50. You can be 40. And you ain't never heard this preached. You ain't never heard the kingdom say, these are my people, but hey, I'm going to destroy their tails. See? Nobody. Oh, no. Here he said, as for my people. All right, they my people, Deborah, but them children, let me tell you, them children are going to be oppressors to who? The children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Why? Because now, wait a minute. I got an issue with that, Father. I got an issue with that. Woman lost her rulership in Genesis when man took it. How did she end up with it here? Because the man left her with his sperm to raise her. Now, what do you got to say about that? You ain't got no sense. Now go chase your tail like you've been chasing it all your living. I don't care how old you are. Go on, finish chasing your tail, because that's all y'all been doing. So here in Isaiah chapter 3, it's a lot of things he's saying. He said, as for my people, only one can say something like that is the kingdom. Ain't nobody on this earth gonna call you they people. Only the one can say that is the kingdom. Now watch this here. Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. And the first thing I would say to the father in the wilderness is, hold up, I got a question. How is it she's ruling over the children when she lost her rulership and her dominion in Genesis chapter 1, 2, and 3, and 4? In 3. How did she become ruler now? It's because the men that carried the sperm that I told Deborah to train them up in the way that they should go, they left them. And you know what he's talking about? He ain't talking about just today. He ain't talking about 400 years ago. They were known. These people that he called his people, they were known to not train their children up. Look at David. Go get him, Deborah. Go get him. No, look at David. Look at Jacob. Go, Deborah. Go, Deborah. Go, Deborah. Look at them. Did they train their children? Come on. Moses. You see? So who was left with the children? Woman, even to this very day. So it didn't have her good no welfare, putting that man out. Y'all is telling you they were put out long time ago. Because this is where their tradition. That's how the heavens can say, and women rule over them oppressing her. You see that? And if the children are the oppressors, who are they the oppressors toward? Y'all messed up all the way from the floor. You see how sick a lot of y'all are? Y'all can't see the light, even if it was looking in your eyes itself. See, y'all want to live on them lies. Now watch this. And it says, and women rule over them. So if you ever wonder why women are all left in the household, why women are always on the jobs trying to work, because we trying to take care of these children that's oppressing us. They ain't oppressing the father. The father been gone. You think this was given here just for the 400 years? He's showing you this is where the men be in all the time, Deborah. Tell them. They never trained the children up in the way that they should go. All that lying about, oh, back in my days, my mom and daddy, and they did this, you a lie. Back in your days, you probably got 3 sets of children by one man, and half the time he was never there. Stop lying. But you ain't got nothing better to do. And that's why I say a lot of things already been prophesied, and these women, these mothers have not even looked into the words of their study guide and seek the face of Yah to get the word. So she herself can see that this hate that the adult children have for their mother, it was already prophesied they will have. And if the Father in the kingdom said it, there on the earth it shall be. He's about what he's saying. He say what he's about. You just down here lying. Now put a boundary on that if you can. Okay. So then it says, oh my people, there he going again. They which led thee caused thee to error and destroyed the way of the path. Who led us? Our men. Our men. They led us and destroyed the way of our path. Our men. But what woman doing? She's got his sperms raising it. So where's the ones that's supposed to train these children up? That's oppressing. They gone. They been gone. There's the answer for everything under this sun. Y'all just full of a lot of trash and lies. Then I get to, and he said those that led us are the men. And what happened? And they destroyed the path, the way we're supposed to go. So why is the children oppressing? He's letting you know, y'all, hey, parents, your children going to be the oppressor in your living. And y'all send y'all dumb tail, y'all stupid dumb tails down here talking about let the children have a boundary. And my mama did it, my mama did it, my mama did it, my mama, and ain't even realized the protocol was the father who lost the way. And that's why the children have to collect on the sins of the father 3 to 4 generations. Because they're going to lie like the father did. They're going to be like unto the father. That's why they're oppressing the mother. Y'all better make things make sense. Okay. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 4. In Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 4, here it is where he's going to talk about what happened. In Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 14 through 17. In Isaiah chapter 9, verse 14 through 17. And this is what he said. He's talking to his people. Therefore, Yah will cut off from Israel's head and tail, branches and bush and rush in one day. Verse 15, the ancient, that's the men, and the honorable men. Where is it at? That's 15. It says, the ancient and the honorable, he is the head. And the prophet that teaches lies, he is the tail. Verse 16, for the leaders of this people, who? The one he called his people. The leaders of this people cause them to error, and they that are led of them are destroyed. You hear that? You're ignorant, dumb children of these men. They led you. Of them, they are destroyed. 17. Therefore, Yah shall have no joy in their young men. Hey, Yah said he ain't gonna have no joy in their young men, neither shall he have mercy on their fatherless, meaning their children, and the who? Their widows. For everyone is and hypocrite, and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this his anger is not turned away, but he always had a hand is stretched out still. They didn't have a sense enough to reach for his hand that was always stretched out for them. You see the sickness of them? Who? The men. And you running around here talking about what mama. You stupid fools. It never was mama. And any way that mama brought upon you is because how dad treated her. And when dad brought you, his sperm, into your mama, she developed another daddy like your father, you. And that's what's wrong with you. Your daddy sinned. And what did he say? I, Deborah, will visit the sin of the fathers on their children, 3 to 4 generations. Sit down. 99%, hear what I say, 99% of women have no idea of what I just taught. I know because I'm a student of the Ruach HaKodesh. I am the servant of the Most High Yah, taught from the wilderness level, full of the Ruach HaKodesh. I don't have to play with you. I can speak spirit and truth and stand firm on it, bold with the light in my hand and righteous to back me up and land me down. It is already written. You chasing your tail in the circle, thinking you're going to get away for blaming mama and you're going to pinpoint every last one of her issues. I'm talking about the adult children and the teenagers, male and female. You're lost on this earth, and heavens is sending you to the lake of fire. Because you're going to either say you're going to do what he say, or you're going to continue your nonsense on this earth, thinking you getting away with blaming somebody so you won't have to own up that you your daddy sin and iniquity that's in you. That's the whole truth, y'all. That's what's in these adult children and in these teenagers, that the mother is left with the oppressor children to raise them. And when they get to be adults, they blame her. Wait a minute. Have you read? Have you not read? No, they haven't. But they have learned to burn sage, candles, talk about their energy, talking about their vibes, positive vibes. They talking about their boundaries, all that darkness for nothing. Because guess what? The seed of your father, his sin and iniquity, still reign in you. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I hope you got something out of it. But even if you didn't, truth did. Shalom and shalom.